So today's point of discussion will be basic concepts of jaundice. Okay, now what is jaundice? Jaundice is the yellowish discoloration of the skin, sclera, and mucous membrane, and also the urine. Now, why it is like yellow colored? It is due to excess bilirubin in body, which is the normal level, mainly less than 1 milligram per dl is the normal level. And what is the latent jaundice? It is between 1 to 2 milligram per dl, and it is greater than 3 milligram per dl will be clinically jaundice. Now see how it is formed. Now normally, now it is a normal bilirubin metabolism. RBC is destroyed in 120 days. Now after 120 days it is destroyed and it forms two parts, heme and globin. Now the globin part is reutilized in body formation. It is a protein part, it is go out. Now heme is formed into biliverdin, then biliverdin reductase enzyme, it converts into bilirubin. It is unconjugated, okay. Now see, it is this unconjugated bilirubin is not water soluble. So, to become water soluble, it combines with albumin and comes into liver. In liver, unconjugated bilirubin by the enzyme UDP glucuronosyl transferase converts into conjugated bilirubin. Okay. Now this conjugated bilirubin will come into gut. In gut, it's conjugated bilirubin by the gut floras. It's converted into urobilinogen and starcobilinogen. Starcobilinogen will be converted into starcobilin and come into stool. But the urobilinogen from the gut by enterohepatic circulation will go into liver again. Enterohepatic, entero means the gut and hepatic means liver. From liver, it is now follow the kidney pathway, and in kidney, urobilinogen is converted into urobilin and excreted in urine. So, this tarcobilin is responsible for the stool color, which is normally yellowish, and urobilin is for urine. U for you and S for S. So, it is will be very easy to remember for you. Now, what is the pathogenesis? How jaundice is formed? It is a normal. Okay, normally it occurs, but when it will be excess, there is three types of jaundice: hemolytic, hemolytic, hepatic, and obstructive. Okay. Hemolytic is also known as prehepatic, hepatic, also known as hepatocellular jaundice. Obstructive is post-hepatic. Okay. Now, in case of hemolytic jaundice, that is excess hemolysis. It can be due to viral infection or due to some autoimmune disease, autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Okay. There will be excess RBC destruction. So, more heme, more biliverdin, more bilirubin, which is unconjugated. Okay. Now, more unconjugated bilirubin will come into liver. Okay. Now, uh, we know that in hemolytic jaundice there will be excessive amount of unconjugated bilirubin, but conjugated bilirubin will be also formed, as it is liver, and there may be conjugated bilirubin may be formed here. So why unconjugated more? As there is more destruction of RBC and more unconjugated bilirubin, so there is saturation of the receptor. Okay, so uh, so most of the unconjugated bilirubin can't converted into conjugated bilirubin. It is one of the cause, and second cause is also conjugated bilirubin is water soluble. Okay, this water soluble conjugated bilirubin will go out from the body. So we will found excessive amount of unconjugated bilirubin than conjugated bilirubin. So in hemolytic anemia there will be unconjugated bilirubin, then conjugated. Sorry, unconjugated, then conjugated. Now, in case of uh, hepatic jaundice, there will be no such RBC destruction, but it is normally destroyed in 120 days. Okay, so after 120 days, RBC destroyed and some amount of unconjugated bilirubin will formed, but there is no such saturation, so conjugated bilirubin also formed, but it is also less in amount as there is hepatocellular failure, so this UDP glucuronosyl transferase is not available so much, so it is balanced, unconjugated equal to conjugated, more or less. Okay, now you come into obstructive jaundice. There is no such hemolytic feature, uh, no such hepatic destruction, but there is obstruction. What is the obstruction? Here in the gallbladder mechanism. Okay, it is gallbladder. Here is some bile duct or anything. There is a problem. There is any obstruction. So there, conjugated bilirubin is formed, but can't pass into the gut. Okay, so there is only conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. Unconjugated will be there, but it is less in amount. So conjugated is greater than unconjugated. Okay, it is a basic phenomenon. Now we will move on to another topic in the next session.